Okay, so you're here with us because you want to know all about Apple's new MacBook Air M3 laptops, right?
That's right. Both the 13-inch and that new 15-inch model everyone's talking about.
We've done the work for you. We've gone through all the major reviews.
Sifted through all the details, and now we're bringing you all the need-to-know info.
We want to give you a clear picture of what these laptops can do
Highlighting all the new features and improvements.
so that by the end you can decide if one of these ultra portables is right for you.
If you're a student or a professional, or maybe you just.
Appreciate beautifully made tech.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's get into this.
Sounds good.
The big story here, the heart of these new machines, is of course the M3 chip.
Yeah, the M3 is the headline upgrade.
It's a pretty big jump in performance.
Oh, yeah. Compared to the M2, you're going to notice a difference for sure.
Both in the CPU and the GPU.
That means everything's going to feel much smoother.
For your everyday stuff.
Yeah, like if you've got a bunch of tabs open.
Or if you're switching between apps.
It's going to feel so much more responsive.
But here's where it gets interesting.
Okay.
You'll notice the difference with basic tasks.
Yeah, sure.
But the M3 really shines when you start doing more demanding stuff.
Like if you're editing video.
Or if you're working with graphically intensive apps.
Maybe even some gaming.
And don't forget, it's still fanless.
Right.
Just like the previous models.
So they run completely silent.
No matter how hard you're pushing them.
Which is a big deal for a lot of people, I think.
It is, especially if you're working in a quiet environment.
Like a library or a classroom or even just.
If you just don't like the sound of fans.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and then there's the neural engine.
Oh, right.
This dedicated AI processor.
It's all about machine learning.
It already helps with things like
Faster image processing.
and voice recognition.
But its real potential, I think, is still to come.
Yeah, who knows what they'll be able to do with it in the future.
Exciting stuff.
Okay, let's talk about design and portability.
All right, so Apple has stuck with that thin and light aluminum unibody design.
And I can see why they really nailed it with the last generation.
Oh, yeah, it's just so sleek and easy to carry around.
And even the new 15-inch model is surprisingly portable.
It's only 3.3 pounds.
And just 11.5 millimeters thin.
It's crazy how they managed to fit a 15-inch screen into something that slim.
Yeah, you get all that extra screen real estate without sacrificing portability.
And they've made some nice refinements, too.
Like what?
Well, they've updated the midnight color option.
Oh yeah, I've heard about this.
It's got a new fingerprint-resistant coating.
So it should stay looking clean even with heavy use.
Exactly.
Now, in terms of the overall design, it's pretty much unchanged from the M2.
Right.
Some people were hoping for a more radical redesign.
Yeah, I've seen some of those comments online.
It seems like Apple is sticking with what works.
But it's something to keep in mind if you were expecting something completely different.
Okay, let's move on to the displays.
So both the 13.6-inch and the 15.3-inch models have those beautiful liquid retina displays.
They're gorgeous.
You get vibrant colors, incredible contrast.
And super sharp detail.
Yeah, everything looks fantastic on these screens.
Now, they're not quite as bright as the MacBook Pro displays.
Right.
So if you're working outdoors a lot, something to consider.
And of course, there's that notch at the top of the screen.
Yeah, the notch is still there,
Some people don't mind it.
but some find it distracting.
It's definitely a polarizing design element.
Okay, let's talk connectivity,
This is where things get really interesting.
especially if you like to use multiple displays.
Both the 13-inch and the 15-inch models can now drive two external displays at the same time.
And here's the kicker. You can do it with the lid closed.
That's a huge productivity boost.
It means you can basically turn your laptop into a desktop.
Just by connecting a couple of monitors.
Yeah, and you still get all the standard ports.
Two Thunderbolt 4 ports,
And a MagSafe charging port.
which is a nice touch.
Now, the 15-inch model also has a headphone jack.
Which is kind of surprising these days.
It is. You don't see that on a lot of laptops anymore.
So if you're still using wired headphones, that's a bonus.
The 15-inch also gets Wi-Fi 6E.
So you can get even faster wireless speeds.
Now, one thing to keep in mind is that both models only have two Thunderbolt ports,
Right.
which might not be enough for some people,
And the 15-inch model doesn't have an SD card slot.
which is a bit of a bummer for photographers.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, let's talk battery life.
All right, so this is another area where the MacBook Air excels.
And these new models are no exception.
Both the 13-inch and the 15-inch models offer incredible all-day battery life.
You can easily get through a full day of work or school without having to plug in.
And the 15-inch model is especially impressive,
Apple claims it can last for up to 18 hours.
which is insane.
It's practically 2 full work days.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable.
All right, let's talk about the keyboard and trackpad.
So Apple hasn't changed anything here.
And that's a good thing.
The Magic Keyboard and the Force Touch trackpad are both excellent.
They're comfortable and responsive.
And they just work really well.
Now, the 15-inch model does have a couple of upgrades in the multimedia department.
Oh, yeah.
He gets a new 1080p FaceTime HD camera,
Which supposedly performs much better in low light.
so you can have clearer video calls even in dim environments.
And it also has spatial audio with Dolby Atmos.
So you get a more immersive sound experience.
Whether you're watching movies or listening to music.
So who are these laptops for?
Well, I think they're perfect for students.
Yeah, they're lightweight and portable.
And they have all the power you need for schoolwork.
And professionals will appreciate them too.
Yeah, they're great for working on the go.
And of course, anyone who just wants a really nice laptop.
You know, something that's both powerful and portable?
They're not cheap, but they're definitely worth the price.
Yeah, if you're looking for a premium laptop,
That's going to last you for years.
this is a great option.
Now, if you're a hardcore gamer or a video editor,
You might want to consider the MacBook Pro.
it has more powerful graphics.
But for everyone else,
The MacBook Air M3 is an excellent choice.
it's fast, it's light, it's beautiful.
And it has incredible battery life.
It's a great all-around machine.
So to sum it all up,
The M3 MacBook Air comes in both 13-inch and 15-inch sizes.
it's got a powerful new M3 chip.
And a sleek, portable design.
The battery life is fantastic.
And the 13-inch model can now drive 2 external displays.
The 15-inch model has a larger screen.
And upgraded multimedia features.
So given all that, what new possibilities do you see for yourself with these machines?
Is it the larger screen of the 15-inch that excites you?
Or is it the dual external display support on the 13-inch?
We'd love to hear your thoughts.
That's it for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
We'll catch you next time.
Bye.
See ya.